Okay, today is January 29th, 2022, and we're going to do a walk around video, running and riding video, light check, horn check, brake check, and so on and so forth on this absolutely gorgeous candy emerald green H 4-speed CT Honda 70. And it is a 27-degree morning here in Portland, Oregon. It's a little nippy out here, and this will be a perfect day to start it and run it, accelerate the bike, and give everybody a good idea of the condition of it. This CT70 is headed to bring a trailer in the near future, and we had a nice dry day, so we figured this might be a good opportunity in between rain showers to snap a video and not get the bike wet. So I guess I'll start with just kind of a general walk around, and then I'll start it and ride it up and down the pathway here. This bike was restored by George Feiker. George Feiker is arguably the foremost leading expert when it comes to CT70s. He does not do 50s or 90s. He is a CT70 only restoration specialist, known for attention to detail. His restorations, and I've seen some of the best CT70s in the country, I would put George at number one when it comes to the level of restoration, color matches, hardware, washers, spark plug grommets. He's that restoration expert that just, when you see a George Feiker restored bike, you just know it. You can see it from 10 feet away. They're just absolutely over the top spectacular. This bike has, as of today, 4.6, almost 4.7 miles on it since a ground up restoration. This bike started out as an original paint, really nice, honest Survivor with the original motor, so it's a number matching drivetrain. We will be posting pictures of the bike prior to restoration so everybody can see what it looked like in original paint, you know, faded out, just kind of that great patinaed look, but all there and complete. George's theory is, you know, the better the bike to start with, the better the finished product. And so we've got a lot of pictures of the bike before it was restored. We've got a lot of during restoration pictures that we'll be showing as well. So you can kind of see the processes the bike went together. And then of course the finished product. And this color is a really tricky one to photograph. You'll probably notice in video and or still photos that the color changes, and they call it candy emerald green metallic because it's got candy, it's got a lot of metallic, and sometimes it's just this amazing green, and then it's got kind of this metallic candy shade that kind of takes over. So, you know, just an amazing color. My personal favorite on the CT70s, and this color was only available in a 4-speed bike. You could not get candy emerald green in a 3-speed auto. So special model, special bike, phenomenal color. I think while we're on the subject here, I'll show some of the details of kind of George's reputation and where he, in my opinion, really sets himself apart in terms of his restoration quality. You know, like when you get down, for example, down into the battery box, everything is beautifully detailed. All the paint work and all the finish work is carried out through the inside areas here. All the stuff that you don't see is beautifully finished. All the hardware, the little latch here for the seat, the rubber flap, the holder for the fuse. I mean, it's really a piece of artwork. And our intentions with this bike were to have it judged at a concourse event I've seen some really high-level Honda restorations that have shown well, and I wanted to have this bike judged because I am of the feeling and the impression this would be a very high point restoration. And I'll just leave it at that. It's very subjective, of course, judging, but I would like to see a Honda that could outscore and outpoint this bike. It's just that nice. Well, as everybody probably knows, the last couple of years we haven't had any concourse events, at least not in person. We haven't had any concourse events to show the bike at. And so what we've done is we've kept maintenance on it, and we've kept it running and kept it going. And if the next owner chooses to show it, I think that would be pretty awesome, and I think the end result would be a good one. So full restoration, original green bike, original 4-speed bike, good bones, and I think the walk around hopefully just displays how beautifully done it is. This bike has mostly OEM Honda parts. I know George, when it comes to gasket kits and a couple of things, he'll use reproduction parts if they're up to par, but they've got to be really nice, and they've got to be like Honda OEM quality, or else they don't make the grade. And George runs the original OEM style zip ties. I kind of like some of the finer details. It's got the original white in the correct placement. It's got the original white zip ties on the cables, on the bars, which is kind of a nice feature. Sometimes you'll see restored bikes where they have like a Harbor Freight type zip tie, which is a different style. So it's very, very much a concourse correct restoration. And I think I will go ahead and start it. And this bike likes a little bit of choke. You know, they're always different in terms of how much choke they need. This bike needs a little bit of choke, so we're going to give it just a tad. And let's see if she'll fire up here. Oh, reminder, turn the ignition on. Can't beat the sound of a CT70 with a fully rebuilt motor. Of course, the exhaust, everything's new, just like it rolled off the assembly line. And I would actually argue that George's restorations in terms of fit and finish, level of chrome, paint, attention to detail is probably a little bit better than factory, probably over restored. Very nice to look at. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep the camera rolling, and I'm just gonna do a little bebop down the alleyway here. Okay, coming off the choke. Okay, there's the choke fully open, and it is a 4-speed clutch, shift, first gear, away we go. On an adventure. brisk morning to do this. Alright, now would be a great time to do a light check. In fact, I was going to do a little horn honk, but I didn't want to alarm the jogger there. We had our headphones in. Headlights are on. And we'll go ahead and do a high beam, low beam check. And the high beam and low beam is operated by the switch over here on the left side. So there's our differentiation between a high and a low. That works great. The horn works fantastic. The running light bulb for the tail lens works great. And then I'll demo the brake light. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit the brake light. And I think you might have to catch that from the back. Okay, so we're good there. Is that coming through the video? Okay, so we got headlight, horn. There's not a lot of electrical to check. We got the tail lens, so we're good there. The high beam and the low beam indicator works on the speedo. If you look closely here, and hopefully we'll catch this with the vid, but it's on right now and it's red. It's dim, but it's red. That's going to be your high beam, and then we're going to switch it to the low beam, and that little red light goes off to indicate you're in the low beam setting. Okay, so we walked around it, we did lights, I rode it. Nobody was injured in the filming of this video. Success. And that's a wrap. Okay, we're live. They're sure fun to ride when they shift. 4-speed bikes are tough to beat. And as of today's filming session, thanks for hanging in there with us. We are now at 5.5 miles-ish. Racking them up. And that odometer was reset to 0 when the bike was restored. We don't actually know. I'd have to go back through the pictures and see if George took a photo of the Speedo prior to restoration, but I can tell you that 0 is as of the restoration date. So just to make sure that's clear and concise. All right.